System engaged.
The test is over. From this moment on, you are a Raven.
System engaged. System engaged.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Emergency. Emergency. Unknown intruders detected. All blocks move to intercept. Shoot on sight.
By destroying the energy supply unit in the wall, we can buy some time. You must win this battle.
Target of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode.
So, I have failed. This means the end of Murakumo. After all, pawns are mere pawns.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Raven, there seems to be nothing else here. That's enough. Please return.
You're still alive? But we will end that now. Don't you understand? You are totally out of line. You are going overboard.
Enemy ranking AC, identified as Sledgehammer. Target of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode. Main system engaging combat mode. Main system engaging combat mode.
Stop such foolishness.
Are you satisfied? Do you want to destroy order? Destroy the world, is that what you want? We were needed. That's why we were born. People cannot live without order, even if it is a lie. Go on living, Raven. You or I. Which one of us was ultimately right? You have the right, the duty to find that out.